So everybody's been talking about polygamy since that Netflix show, The Polygamist, came out. But everybody's thinking that polygamy is about sex, but we're going to show you that it's about survival. And before you go into it and say, nah, this somebody wanting a bunch of women, don't tune out. Stay in. You're going to want to hear what we got to say about it. Welcome back to OGs Uncut, Conversations on the Culture. I'm your host, Priest, and we got the cousin co-host, T-Rex.
What it do?
What it is, man.
Hey, man.
First, I got to make a correction, man, because, everybody say polygamy, but I learned like some years ago that the term is polygyny. Polygyny. Because polygamy is like just multiple partners. You got multiple men and women.
Okay.
It's just non-monogamous. It means there's multiple partners. Polygyny is one man, more than one woman. Polygyny. One man, two or more women. So I just,
Okay, cool.
But if you use the word polygamy, that's fine too, because everybody know what we talking about. But
okay, got you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that movie was crazy. Or the series. I know you hadn't watched it yet, right?
Nah, I gotta get on it, man.
Yeah, man. But
I want my wife to watch it with me, but
you try.
She just hear this. She hear that word, and she like, nah.
It's a trigger.
Yeah. So
I want to start with the trigger because the word polygyny is just triggering,
right?
When you bring it up, like in America, and let's talk about why that is. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on why the word is triggering?
I mean, shit. Let me start. I always like to mess with Christians. Because of church, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, we were raised off religious values that you're supposed to have one wife. And that comes from Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Eyes of the beauty of the beholder. So we grew up through that and through social engineering. The way when it comes to relationships, we was raised hearing things in the singular terms. And then, from social engineering, women think that men want it just for sexual reasons to fulfill their appetite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you want to, like, they want to say, it almost feels misogynistic. Like, why can men have a bunch of women, but we can't have a bunch of men? Think about it. Yeah.
I think, it's crazy because I think that really, when you look at it, I was talking to, a friend about this the other day because she was one of the ones who told me to watch it.
Right.
And she was coming from that angle. Guys just want a bunch of women. I said, but when a guy got a bunch of money, a bunch of women don't mind getting with the guy.
Right.
So I think, to me, and the women got to speak on this themselves, but really they only hating on the idea when the guys who's talking about it ain't loaded. Their bank account ain't loaded.
Right.
Because when you look at them guys who, got big names, big fame, big bank accounts, women just running through. They don't mind if somebody else already there.
Yeah, they compromise.
Yeah, they compromise.
They overlook things. They see it, but then they talk to themselves out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the sky is blue, but they say it's green, and they'll believe it's green.
But them benefits override that concern.
Oh, for sure.
At the end of the day, and
sure.
This is what I told old girl. I said, but it's not the same with men. And
right.
I'm gonna keep myself from getting into the nature of men and women too early. But if you reverse it, we don't care how much money Oprah got. No. You ain't about to be in a situation with Stedman and, Dante and whoever else. You're not going to be a part of Oprah, harem.
Nah.
You're just not going to do it as a man.
Nah, it's not natural order.
Yeah, but we don't like it. It's just not something.
It's weird, it's awkward. And the reason why is because this is the nature of man. Even if we didn't know nothing about it, it's just it's an awkward feeling. Even if you don't know nothing about religion or nothing, it's just weird. That's just like a guy in the bathroom and you got to use the bathroom, but he taking a shower and he like, hey, man, come on in. You're like, nah, man, I'll wait until you come out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that. Or,
But girls comfortable doing that kind of
like
stuff.
we just
though.
don't go in a man's room.
Yeah, and women comfortable doing that stuff, getting
Yeah.
undressed in front of each other,
Lay on their bed and all that. I'm not about to go in the dude room and just flop and lay on his bed.
Yeah.
Nah, that's weird.
And then
we
got
wait
your
for your
feet up.
homeboy to come out the room and then we chop it up.
Yeah. You go in the bathroom stall, if it's 3, you gonna skip one and go to the other
Yeah.
one. You know what I'm saying?
Go outside and piss.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So yeah, and I was telling her, I said, men, is that we not wired that way. Y'all tend to be wired that way, but it's conditional on whether or not you accept that or not.
Exactly.
So when we talk about monogamy, I think one of the things that brings attention in the conversation is that we try to treat monogamy like it's a universal law, and it's not. I'm sure you agree with that.
No, it's not universal.
Yeah.
I believe it's not universal law because, like, when we was talking about it before we started, I was saying these different ethnicities, and we wouldn't have evolved as long as we have been. If the Earth is millions and millions of years ago, how the hell are we here? And for them millions years ago, if we was monogamous,
right?
That's just common sense.
Yeah.
There had to be some major banging going on, even when it was supposedly if the meteor hit the Earth. Or it was a mass tsunami, or on the Earth stopped millions and millions of years ago. It had to be some polygamy going on.
Yeah,
monogamy was not natural anyway.
And even when you look in the Bible, before I go there, let me say this: this ain't about me wanting a bunch of wives. Let me tell y'all that, because a lot of people, I think, especially women, feel like when men are talking about this, we just want a bunch of pussy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this conversation is going to show you that polygyny is way more than sex. As a matter of fact, sex might be one of the lower ranking priorities when you look at a polygynous relationship. And that's what we want to highlight. So just open yourself up to the conversation, because even when you look at old books like the Bible, most people here believe in that, but you overlook the fact that Solomon had all these wives. I ain't even going to get into the number that the Bible said he had. David had all these wives.
Oh, I know, because they pumped it. 700 wives and
300 concubines.
He was on Will Chamberlain shit, 1,000 and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then every patriarch in the Bible had more than one wife. So
David, Moses,
Isaac,
Abram.
Jacob, Abraham. So it's like you're relying on the Bible for it, but the Bible is showing you that in ancient culture, this was way more common than people like to admit.
Exactly. So
then the conversation has the shift to, what purpose did polygamy serve? Was it something practical or functional about it beyond just a man wanting to sit up and lay up and have a bunch of, booty cheeks he clapping?
Yeah.
Let's get into that, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out these things.
Okay.
Worldwide right now, they say polygyny is 2% of the population. Worldwide, because it's...
Worldwide, 2%.
2% worldwide. And that's probably not completely accurate.
Yeah, but that's a low number.
That's real low.
Yeah.
And then they say in sub-Saharan Africa alone, just that population is 11%.
Yeah.
So it's much higher there than it is all over the world. And then they say that monogamy didn't start to get popular in sub-Saharan Africa until the 1990s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where polygyny started really to decline. So,
right.
Yeah.
When you say that, I call bullshit because if polygyny was 2%, they would not be tripping on how many people was on this earth. It wouldn't be billions of people where they say the earth is overpopulated. So let's keep it real. People doing polygyny or polygamy or whatever they want to call it, if they doing it through the reason why they used it, or people just doing it and they calling it other names, but really it's a polygamy going on.
That's fact.
But you just not married. We're not doing it in the healthy way.
Yeah, no doubt.
We doing it, we out of order, you know what I'm saying, with it. Because if we're going to use that word, we're actually practicing it, and so to speak, but we're not using it in the right way like our ancestors did.
Yeah.
So I don't believe it's 2%. It's actually, it's way more than that. They just don't want to put polygyny with it. And
they don't really treat relationships are relationships. It's a family cultural phenomenon, whereas over here it's a legal phenomenon. So you got hard numbers on marriage over here, whereas over there, you know, you're doing traditional weddings, people jumping brooms and stuff like that.
Right.
Everybody ain't documenting and writing stuff down like that as well.
Exactly.
And monogamy is a modern family structure. In the ancient world, you know, I think polygyny and monogamy coexisted depending on your ability to carry that situation.
Right.
But let's go into why you think it existed. Because if back then, before like urbanization and all these big buildings and city living and stuff like that, if that's how people were creating families and structuring families, why do you think? Let's talk about why they were structuring the family that way.
Okay, well, you got a man. Let's say, for instance, he got 40 acres. You know what I'm saying? He got all his livestock and he got vegetation. He need to maintain his lawn, however they did it back in the day. He got a big house. He need to occupy that space. He needs help. He can have hires, but shit, if you look at this, you're like, man, I don't have no kids, no wife. Hey, I gotta start beefing up my livestock. Like my livestock, I gotta start bringing some livestock as a man by breeding. So I can have a lineage of taking care of this land. And also this surplus of food, I don't want to throw it away. So hey, I need y'all, my kids, my family, and everybody eating this up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That just makes sense. That's just natural order. And I believe women didn't have problems with that. Because if you really think about it, can you imagine one woman, you having all these kids, and you, the man, have to leave to till the land and work? She needs help. So a lot of times when men did polygamy, how I'm looking at it, polygamy, how I'm looking at it, how it should be today, is not just to have a woman for sex. It's a woman that coming to help him and his family. Now, so be, and he marries her so she can be part of the family. She takes his last name. Now, if he has a child by her, so be it. But she's there to help the other woman that may have 4 kids, but she got to cook, clean, and she got to till the land, and this man is gone. There's no way she can do that. Because when men go out to hunt and anything, they go out together as men. But if this one woman is at home with all these kids, there's no way she can maintain and sustain like that in a healthy way.
Right.
That's what I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you paint a picture of a different world, and we're going to talk about that because, you know, one could argue that, well, we don't live in a world like that anymore, so we don't need that kind of family structure.
I believe that's what they did back in the day, though.
That's what we're saying, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You're painting a picture of a different world.
Yeah.
Back then.
Right.
Now, one will argue that we don't live in that world anymore, so we don't need that kind of family structure. We'll get to that coming up. And that's a valid point, though.
Okay, yeah.
Because that ain't the kind of world we live in now.
Right.
But we talking about why the family structure was used to begin with. And I'm feeling what you're saying. And here's what I'm going to add to that. When I look at our family tree, you know, that we got documented, the further you go back, the more kids you see. I think like with our family, patriarch and matriarch, they got like 12 kids. And then when their kids start having kids, you got like 8 to 10, 6 to 9. And then the further you go down, then you finally start seeing 3 kids, 2 kids, 1 kid. Mm-hmm. But back then, women's bodies were going through a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm no doctor, but I know that's a lot of stress on a woman's body carrying and birthing 1 baby. So to be able to support your family, because for like you saying, you having kids, not just to build a family, but to build a life, right? Because you actually responsible for your own food and controlling your environment. So you need kids to carry on that legacy and help with the work. That's a lot of work on one woman. Her body pushing out all them kids. So when it's more practical for one man to have more than one woman bringing children into the world. Mm-hmm. And so then we looking beyond sex. We looking at survival. We looking at the fact that if you don't work, you don't eat. Mm-hmm. And we need to be raising kids who can get out in the field and make this happen for the family. So
in today's time, I mean, like, you know, with us having a newborn, I was like, man, it would be cool to have another woman in the house to help my wife. not a maid, but just somebody, you know, to help out. But she's married into the family. And I believe my ex-wife had told me, and my wife now was listening because I had no speak on my ex-wife. She said, well, I could come and help y'all because she'd already had enough kids. You dig what I'm saying? So she was like, well, I could come help y'all out and we all can live together. And my wife now, she was like, she kind of gave like a thought to it, but the only reason why she didn't want to, because me and her had a past.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but she do see the benefit in it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women today don't, I think if we keep talking about it, later on in life, we might go back to it. But I think it's a mental thing that women have to overcome because social engineering and the education is deprogramming, and it done went on for so long that the energy is in the air while women frown upon it or feel some type of way about it.
But we don't, you know, I mean, Western society ain't set up like that. As a matter of fact, let's pivot into that.
Yeah.
Where I said the situation we just described was a different world.
Right.
You know, you were agricultural people at that time.
Right.
You know, you got a bunch of land. You started off by saying you got 40 acres. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to work that. And it's not that one, just like that one woman's body, it's unrealistic for all these women to be pushing out 4, 5, 6, some women 12, 14 kids. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? It's not realistic for one man to be out there dealing with all them lands, all that land, all them crops, all them animals. So he got to have a support system built into his family. But now we ain't agricultural anymore. We're urban.
Right.
We going to the grocery store.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even want to plant a little pot out on the balcony and grow nothing.
Right.
So we don't have the same mandate for survival looks different now than it did back then. We got a lot more conveniences.
Yeah.
So is the polygamy conversation even realistic right now? Or can it be only inherently selfish with this world changing now?
Yeah, I think it still holds value because if, you know, like if we as FBA is trying to build and create our own, you know, hypothetically, if my wife was down with it, I would be more strategic at my polygamy. Like I'd probably get a young lady that's down with it, or she's open-minded about it, and she went to school as a lawyer. Get one that went to school that know how to cook, went to school for agriculture. I want to marry you and marry you this food. So now I don't have to go out and buy food. All I got to do is send her to the grocery store, and she can make any meal from African food to Hispanic food. The one that's a lawyer, I would get one to teach everything that teaches you how to make money in this world. Like I would get a girl that probably graduated and she got a mind of being in a polygamy relationship, and she went to school for finances. She can teach my kids how to do money, math. So I would be strategic, which I believe them men back in the day, or even people that's doing polygamy now, you're seeing the value in a woman and saying, hey, I can take this pressure off you, but I need you for this. I want to marry you into my family. Now, if time go on and we have a kid, guess what? No big deal, because I have enough women that live with me that we're self-sustaining. When we were talking about where we were saying like we need to stop going for everybody for everything else, I think that's huge for us to do that. Because we maintaining our own resources and building our own communities.
Now, I love that take. And here's what I'm hearing behind that. The reason sex is so focus on sex is because we're not focused on building. You see, when the focus of a family is about building, you think about it differently. You think about who you marrying differently. You think about why you marrying it. You think about whether it's a monogamous or a polygynous situation, right? Because you're building. You're thinking, what assets do I need in the house that's under our control so we can build the life that we have envisioned? So even the picture we painted about back then, it was about them building a way of life because there was nobody else feeding them. They had to feed themselves. So they had to have as many assets as possible in the house to make it happen. So that's what you just pointed out. You said I'd be strategic about it because I need somebody with a legal mind, someone with an agricultural mind, somebody with a culinary mind who cooking. And then maybe I got a mastermind. Maybe I'm a leader. You know, maybe I know how to manage and see talent and place it and see what the future looks like to get us there. Right. So it's about building. And I think because we've been stripped from building our own environment and we just sitting in an environment and waiting for conveniences. When we think about relationships, it's about attraction and sex. I won't say only, but that's the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think about how many, we don't even think about family like that. When I got married, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
You know why I got married?
Why?
Both times. Because the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I was a Christian.
When you saying that, I'm looking at you like, really? But shit, that was my reason too.
Yeah. If you bust it down at the end of the day, I'm not thinking about building in the future and okay, I'm gonna have a farmland and we need this. And I'm not thinking about that. Yeah. I'm thinking, is that ass fat? Is that face cute? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to be fornicating no more.
Yeah, I don't want to be fornicating no more. What's the scripture say? It's better to marry than to burn, to burn in lust.
I don't want God to be looking at me wrong because I'm having sex with all these women. So yeah.
It's a very, very, very short-term gratification mindset to why you get married.
Yeah. Nothing about nation building or nothing like that.
Even if you're responsible, and I went in as a responsible dude, I'm like, okay, I know I'm supposed to take care of my woman, my kids, but I ain't knew shit about building. Yeah. I didn't really know the reason why we were supposed to be coming together. I'm just like, okay, I'm living this life now. I can't sin.
Yeah.
Man, that's why these relationships are like they is.
That's why they burn out so fast.
That's why they burn out. That's wild. So we losing a lot. Even the mindset that was behind polygyny, even if you don't go polygyny, the mindset for it, we done threw that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I'm glad you said that. So that's the mindset that I have. Yeah. That's the reason why I want to do it. Everything what you just said. I may not say it's polygyny, but the mindset. You want to do it. I want to do it.
You know your wife gonna watch this,
huh? Oh, we done talked about it several times.
You want to do that now?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me. Because she's tired. You know, we just had a newborn. I'm doing everything that she does until she can get back on her feet. Now, am I equipped to do it? Can I learn? Yes. But do I like it? No. So I thought about like, damn, if we had some extra help instead of buying a maid, if I had another wife that was good at it, that was a teacher or a nurse, she can help my other wife out with that, and it would be no problem. And I didn't get her just for sex, but you know, if it needs that, the family got to get bigger, and my wife done had, you know, like some women, I think they say after they had 4 C-sections, they can't have no more kids. But say for instance, I got all this land, like, hey babe, we gotta have some more kids. Wow, I got these wives here, man, and it's for a reason, it's a purpose. It's better than now people having kids just having them, but at least we having them for a purpose. It was like what we were talking about. The white man during slavery, he did it for a purpose. They was against it, but the white man said he was looking like, that's a strong, healthy stud. The guys,
right?
I need him, and him, and he found 10 women that was healthy. Y'all get in there and start fucking. So what's wrong with us doing it? But we doing it in the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, that's some stuff that people don't want to hear, but that's our history and that's real. And I feel like we lose out on what we supposed to be caring for in the future if we don't pull out them lessons from the past. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at slavery perverted a lot of stuff that we were doing in a structured cultural way. So we were breeding. Right. But we were breeding in a healthy, emotionally stable, and loving environment. You know what I'm saying? The man was taking care of his women, his kids, and he was training them to be able to go out and do what they needed to do in the world. We saying, and they looking at you like animals. And they saying, okay, I see strength in his genetics. I see this and hers, this and hers. Y'all going to get that, and now we gonna use y'all for our purpose. And it's really now I feel like, we're kind of sitting ducks for real. I mean, we got all these convenience and stuff like that, but we don't know how to do a lot of shit that really is required to sustain our quality of life.
Yeah, and the ones that do have it, the powers that be uses you to teach it to their kids, but strip you from teaching it to yours. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a great mind and everything, you can come in our house and educate our kids. No problem. If you look at slavery, that's what they did. That dude is smart. He's an engineer. Yep, we're gonna breed with these women because 9 times out of 10, especially if he got a dude that's smart and a woman that's smart, say she invented how to knit or whatever. I need y'all to breed because I know 9 times out of 10, academically, y'all gonna breed a smart child. They had this shit down to a science when they looked at us. The big stud guy with the big stud woman. We're gonna breed y'all together because we're gonna put y'all kids out in the field.
So we got to start, I love the word, well, the word breeding can be controversial because it sounds like animals, but let's talk about it. Maybe we should bring that way of thinking back into relationships and marriage, because a lot of times we looking at genetics just from an attraction standpoint. We're not looking at genetics from an attribute standpoint. Like, because everybody come here by design. You got certain gifts. You got certain skill set. It's present in your body, your makeup, your mind, your voice, how you talk, how you show up is all genetic wiring that you bring something specific. So I think we way far away from that practical idea of what is called breeding.
Especially for us.
Yeah.
We look at it wrong, but we need to look at it beneficial. It's just like what you said with I think it was Chad and whatchamacallit, and he said when he was dating women.
Oh yeah, Chad Ochocinco, yeah.
Yeah, he said he want women that's athletic.
Yeah.
If I'm athletic, because 9 times out of 10, that child is gonna be athletic. If he don't get it from me, he gonna get it from his mama. So the percentage is high. But we look at it as bad, maybe because we're still dealing with the trauma that happened through us through slavery. It's like taboo for us to even think it. That's like me saying, hey, cuz I got a new job. I'm going out to the field and pick oranges.
Right.
Hey, like, cuz, what is you doing?
Right. And LeVar Ball did it. LeVar Ball talks all the time about the fact that he married his wife because she was tall and athletic. He said, we going to have some monsters. Yeah. So he was thinking, it's got to be another word. The word breeding I don't really like using. Because it sounds demeaning, but we know what we talking about, though. We not talking about like that. We talking about being genetically intentional. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I think a word like will pedigree be good?
Yeah, pedigree. Yeah. You good
stock.
Good stock. Well, that sounds like but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But we gotta figure that one out.
Pedigree.
Yeah, pedigree.
You talking about being intentional about the pedigree that you trying to bring together. Somebody was just giving Cam Newton was just giving T.I. Flowers because he said, man, that family is like the Jackson 5. When you look at when they was beefing with 50, all his sons are talented in their own right. All his kids. You know what I'm saying? T.I. one of the best ever. His wife, one of the best groups ever. Even their youngest daughter sings. She got stage presence.
I didn't know that.
Man. That little girl can get on the stage and hold an audience.
Oh, wow.
With her voice.
Okay.
Damani got J. Cole vibes. Introspective rapper. The other one, I don't remember his name. They call him Buddy Red is his artist name, but look just like T.I. in the face. This dude is straight up Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, damn.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about a carbon. Nah, this dude play and sing.
Damn,
and
I
it's
ain't know
like,
that.
yes.
And then which one is the firecracker?
King.
Yeah.
King bring the ratchet energy. You know what I'm saying? But he good.
He stands out in front of all of them because he just wild.
Yeah, he the wild
I didn't even know nothing about the rest because all I know is about King.
Man, them boys are good. Because I seen the other one, Buddy Red, like practicing the guitar a long time ago, and I ain't kept up with him. But now, bruh.
He got another son. I think he wear glasses. He's like the intellectual
he a young one. Yeah, I don't know what he do yet, but
he look like he's real smart. Like he's like on another level.
Yeah,
like he has T.I. academics, like a wordsmither. Like he know how to put words in the right place at the right time, like T.I. does.
So Cam Newton was like, he want to see a family album from them, and they could do that. They could actually carry that. So, but that's pedigree.
Yeah.
And when you listen to because T.I. is my favorite rapper, when you listen to him, that's all he talk about. That's one of his core messages. My pedigree. I'm a stand-up dude. So we got to bring pedigree back into the conversation when we talk about building relationships. Mm-hmm. So if you choose to go a monogamous route or a polygynous route, that's your business. But it should be about pedigree because pedigree precedes purpose, in my opinion, because you need pedigree before you can go start building stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Western civilization has stripped us of. Those some of the family values. They ain't just strip us of the polygynous family structure, but the whole values that came with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we losing on that.
And I think health reasons, like when we were talking about health reasons, polygyny was way healthier then. You know what I'm saying? Women they didn't have as many menstrual cycles. They didn't have a lot of miscarriages and everything because of polygyny. It wasn't the stress in a woman's body out. And naturally, when a woman is pregnant, it's just certain things that you can't do to a woman's a body while she's pregnant. So where does a man go to release himself? He got to wait until this woman heals and everything. Because most of the time, I think it takes a woman about 6 months to a year for her whole body.
You in the middle of that, huh?
yeah. It takes a while for her body to fully recover and heal.
Yeah.
And if she ain't healed all the way and she's pregnant again in the next 6 months, that puts stresses on her body. Like they told my wife when they was doing her C-section, they said, Mr. Brown, Ms. Brown, he about to come out. But she said, they told us, they was like, next time if she gets pregnant again, we can't wait 39 months because the lining in her stomach was so thin that they can actually see my baby's hair through the lining in her stomach because she done had so many C-sections. So they told her if instead of 39 months, they would have to bring them out in like 30 whatever it is called, 39 weeks. They would have to go to 35 weeks because of the lining on her stomach. But she done had so many kids.
Yeah.
So polygyny is very important. If a woman can't do no more with her body physically having kids, but you a man need to reproduce. Because think about it. Men didn't have to think about getting snipped back then. Or a woman tying her tubes, not having no more kids because she done stressed her body out mentally, physically, everything.
Yeah.
But this man still wants he need a family to sustain whatever.
Yeah.
So what, he gonna go out and cheat? No. I'm gonna bring somebody into the fold.
I think one of the biggest tragedies with Western values coming into our traditional value system is that it's been extreme tampering with our reproductive systems and our reproductive processes. When you think about it, you know what I'm saying? This whole thing of C-section and getting snipped and stuff like that, we had ways of dealing with that didn't have to permanently disable your reproductive capabilities. You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff, and then we got all of this stuff, but then yet sexuality is overemphasized here too, on top of that. So it's like we overemphasize sexuality, but then we want to restrict your reproductive, potential. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's physical, through medicines, through food, through other things. So it's like, it's this imbalance that we gave up when we throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah. And the reason that when polygyny comes up, we think sex, is because this society is hyper-focused on sex. Yeah. So you can't even see the value from a mindset standpoint that made that polygyny necessary to begin with.
Yeah. Because if polygyny was around like it's supposed to be, like back in the day, you would not even be hearing people saying they want abortions.
Right.
It would be nothing because the right mindset would be in place. It would not be a woman, well, I'm gonna have this kid, and it would none of this that what you said plus abortion wouldn't even be talked about if we did polygyny in the right way.
Yeah, man. So
but you said it, like in this country, they always demonizing other people and saying what they're doing is wicked. But like you said, but over here, it's like they doing sorcery, but they just put a different name on it.
Yeah, they doing the same thing, but they make you do it to yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think the biggest takeaway for me from this is it's not about the polygyny. It's about the mindset behind it. Because because we are selling monogamy here, but without true family values. Because family values ain't just about loving your kids. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Family values is not just about loving your wife. It's about building a family. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the environment. It's about survival. It's about raising a pedigree of kids that can go out and get stuff done, that can feed themselves, that can build something that contributes to the world. That's the mindset that even made men and women say polygyny makes sense for our situation in our environment. And I think before we even really get back to that kind of family structure, we need to get back to the mindset and then let the mindset dictate everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got men who got vision and they building and saying, hey, babe, this is where we going. This is what we doing. This is what we need to get there. I think you got a whole lot more respect in the equation from women and men. What's up?
When I heard all that, self-sustaining.
Yeah.
Every ethnicity is self-sustaining but us.
Sitting ducks.
So polygyny is very powerful, especially for us.
Yeah.
Because everybody is self-sustaining. China, Asians is self-sustaining. They got more than enough people. We have more than enough people, but that's why they can call us rabid dogs and animals, because it make it look like we just be fucking and just having kids with no purpose.
Right.
So we need to get back to the mindset of what polygamy was, because it's more than enough of us, but we're not doing the right thing of the polygamy mindset of being our own self-sustaining as a family. And of course, we'll be automatically self-sustaining as a people, because like what they say, it started home first. So if we self-sustaining here, it's nothing for us to come together with another family that's self-sustaining, another family self-sustaining, to where we can be our own people. Just like China got their whole continent and they self-sustaining. Africa got we got enough people there, but they're not self-sustaining because they're allowing other people to, like you say, change their mindset, attack one another. So it makes it look like we got to come over here and control them.
Right. And really, that's what it's all about, coming over there and controlling. When they were doing just fine controlling themselves. You know, they had
polygamy was part of it.
Yeah. And they had a much better situation when they were dealing with their own land, their own resources, because it made them develop the type of mind that's oriented toward building and creating the future. Somebody else come over there and get in the way and interfere with all of that, you lose all of them instincts. It's like or the instincts go dormant. I won't say you lose them. It's like taking a lion out the jungle and putting him in the zoo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's still a lion. You throw some meat over there, he's still gonna throw it, devour it. You fall in there, your ass is grass.
Yeah.
But when it comes to hunting instincts, dormant. You know what I'm saying? He get out there in the field with these other animals, these other lions. He gone.
Yes, sir.
He don't know the time of day to be looking for this, the sense to pick up and all of that stuff. That stuff is dormant. And I think that's what urbanization does to us. It makes our instincts, our survival instincts, dormant. We think we tough. We think we thugs and all of this shit. You ain't shit. Walking around here thinking you all of that. You know what I'm saying? Let that damn 7-Eleven and Walmart be closed and watch your ass start stressing out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let that grocery store shut down and watch your ass start stressing out. Yeah. Because you don't know how to go and get it. Myself included. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I got some skills. Yeah. I was just on Facebook. One of my friends from back in the day was like, yeah, man, I was cropping tobacco at 11, doing this at age, and I had to respond. I said, yeah, man, me and my brother went out around the same age. We went in that field twice and cropped tobacco. So I've been out there. I've been in the field
Right.
And to see these old ladies, I know how to be in that sun, get on that damn old ass school bus, and ain't nothing but old people getting up there. I don't know how old we was, maybe between 10 and 12. It was $30 for the whole day. We thought that was a lot of money.
Right.
Me and Tyrone said, hey, we need some money. My mom said, well, y'all can crop the back if you want. She said, it's going to be hard. We said, we going to do it. We get on that bus, got out there, that sun in your damn face like you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? They got a tractor. They got a big-ass field, and it's a big row in the middle, and they got the tractor with the bed on it. And when that tractor start rolling, it's time to go. You got your row, and when that tractor started rolling, I start snapping off the things. It's like 4 leaves, and you get the bottom ones that's starting to turn yellow. Snap, 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 put in your arm. Snap, snap, snap. I get on my third one. I look up. The old lady halfway down the damn row. I'm like, oh, shit.
I'm moving too slow.
I'm moving slow. And the tractor way down there. So now it's like once your arm get full, you got to run up, catch the tractor, put it back up, and go back to where you started. So you losing ground.
You double working.
Bruh. And then the old lady looked at me and she said, all right, young man, this is how you do it. And she just leaned down and she took a hand in this. Boom, and grabbed all of them in one swoop. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. And I said, oh, that's how you do it. So then I started keeping up with her. Snatch around, put on an arm, snatch around, get full, boom. Then next thing you know, you ahead of the truck. And you running back to it and going back up. Whoo, boy, ain't no joke. And we talking about, and y'all think y'all tough?
Consistently.
Yes.
For not just a few minutes, take a break. No, it's got to be a nice pace.
Yeah,
you see why they were strong.
You got to
back
have
in
a
the
rhythm.
day.
You see why they were singing too.
Yeah,
because you got to have some kind of rhythm in your mind going on. Boom,
to take your body, your mindset.
God, yeah.
It's
just like the military when you run and you sing in cadence.
Yeah,
because you got some kind of rhythm just to keep your body on, put your body on autopilot. Because if your body don't go autopilot, you start thinking about the heat. You start thinking about the sweat and the discomfort.
How much longer I got to go?
Yeah, how much longer? You start thinking about the time.
Exactly.
And then your rhythm start breaking down.
Yeah.
And then you start slowing down.
And then to the point where you just quit.
Man, no joke. So that's a little bit of field work for y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? And we out here thinking that we all this and we all tough because we dress and this don't mean shit.
Just you talking about it, I just started perspiring.
Bruh.
I'm starting to sweat like we about to go out there right now.
The first day we went out there, me and Tyrone said I'll never do it again. But we did. We went back again because we needed money. But we went back one more time. But that was it. It ain't for the faint at heart, man.
Yeah, you make you think about, damn, my ancestors did this for years,
and then
day in and day out from sun up to sundown. Shit, you got to be mentally tough to do that.
And it's mandatory. So when you talking about having kids, you ain't just having kids. Just okay, I want a beautiful wife, a white wedding, and we want to have 2.5 kids and a white picket fence.
No.
Nah, nigga, we got a field that harvest is coming at this time. It's this, and I think that
it's like you fucking with purpose now.
Yeah, you fucking with purpose. Oh, come on, girl.
You not enough. I need another woman.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. You breaking down? Okay. Yeah.
Once they point and they strong enough, get your ass out there on that field.
Hey, man. Hey, boy, you old enough now.
Yeah.
You 12. You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you how this goes.
You talk to your kids different.
Yeah,
now
teach your brother.
Yeah. Hey, man. Talking about purpose for your ass.
Yeah, man. That's what polygyny was all about.
Hey, dog. We wrapping it up. And so you know, I mean, it's about purpose, man. It's about purpose. And the difference is now, in my closing thoughts, is back then we was in the field.
Yeah.
Today is just a different field.
Yes, sir.
It's just a different field. So I feel like as men, we got to look at the field and be like, okay, what we gonna build? And then now what kind of family we need to make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so any other thoughts before we get on out of here?
Man, I'm just glad we talking about it. I'm going to get on the show, Netflix, so I could check this out.
Yeah, the Polygamist,
Crazy. I think this conversation that we have, I think we need to do this like quarterly.
Oh, yeah?
Quarterly.
What's this, a reminder?
Yeah, we just need to do this quarterly, because I really think even though we're talking about, I think that's probably one of the main things that help us solve a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
Is this.
It is. Yeah. I think
it is a twofold thing. It would help men look at women the right way, and it'll make women look at men the right way. That's a healthy mindset.
Amen.
That'll make us not just have sex to just be having sex.
Hey, you trying to open up a whole nother episode, bro. You ain't even lying. Because it does change the way we look at each other. Because right now, again, we hypersexual, whether we want to believe it or not.
Yeah.
Everything is about that ass. You know what I'm saying? And you not even looking at who she is, what kind of mindset she got, what she bring, what value she bring, what kind of character. Because you're not looking at her in the context of building.
Right.
So, great point, man. We want to hear from y'all, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Polygamy, polygamy, polygamy.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, yes, no, or maybe. You know what I'm saying? We hope y'all hung around long enough to get beyond the trigger of sex. Because whenever you hear about this, it's just a bunch of ass. You know what I'm saying? But we just showed you that it's about much more than that. And we need to look at reclaiming a mindset that made that necessary in the first place. Get in the comments, weigh in. Let's hear from y'all. We appreciate your viewership. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. And until next time, we out.
Peace.
Peace.